So students, बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ एंड नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज बेस्ड ऑन मैजिक स्क्वायर। अब मैजिक स्क्वायर क्या होता है? एक स्क्वायर जो कि 3x3 का है। आप देख सकते हैं 3 रोज हैं, 3 कॉलम हैं। अब ये रोज जो होती हैं वो हॉरिजॉन्टल होती हैं like this. So this is the first row, this is the second one and this is the third one. और जो कॉलम्स होते हैं वो भी यहाँ पे 3 हैं. So first column, second column and third column. So these are 3 rows, 3 columns and also there are 2 diagonals of it. Like this is the first diagonal and this is the second diagonal. अब मैजिक स्क्वायर क्या होता है एक्चुअल में? जिसके अंदर हर रो और हर कॉलम और दोनों डायगोनल्स को ऐड करने पे same value आए. That means if I just simply add like this, so you will get the value something and all the rows are going to get the same value. Even the columns and diagonals are going to get the same value. For example, if I just check out the first row addition. So let me just take the values here, the fractional values like 4 upon 11 plus 9 upon 11 plus 2 upon 11. Now you can see how I have showed you how to add fractional values. Simply take the LCM, but now you will see that all the denominator values are same here. So no need to take the LCM. That value is the LCM of it. So you can see here 11 is the LCM of these 3 fractional values. Also one thing, when the denominator value is same, so no need to just count the table of 11 till 11. All will come at the table of 1. So 11 1 ja 11, 11 1 ja 11, 11 1 ja. So I will take 1 and multiply it with numerators. So I will get the same value which is already in the numerator. So when the denominators are same, take the numerator and simply add them. So this is a trick here. So if I just simply add 4 plus 9, that is 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. 15 upon 11 is the addition of first row. So this is how we are going to find out each row and each column and the 2 diagonals respectively. If all the values are going to be 15 upon 11, then this square is a magic square, else not. So we are going to find out the second row here. So that will be 3 upon 11 plus 5 upon 11. So this is the second row plus 7 upon 11. So doing the same here, again the denominators are same. So the LCM is 11. Simply add the numerator values. So 3 plus 5 plus 7. Let me just write it clear here. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15 upon 11. You can see here. Now you have to do the same thing with the third row. Then take all the 3 columns and then take 2 diagonals. So I'm leaving a task for you here at home. Simply find out the third row and the respective columns and 2 diagonals so that you can find out that this is a magic square or not. If each value after addition is 15 upon 11, then this is a magic square. Then you can write at the end, yes, it is a magic square. But if the value vary, even if one value changes, like suppose if you're going to find out the third row and its addition comes out to be 14 upon 11, then it is not a magic square. So you have to find out and check whether it is a magic square or not. So I'm leaving this task on you. So you have to find out the third row. Then you have to calculate the first, second and third columns. The third column, second column. No. Moving on to the first diagonal also. So this is the diagonal. That means 4 upon 11, 5 upon 11, 6 upon 11. So you have to take the first diagonal. Then second diagonal is 2 upon 11, 5 upon 11, 8 upon 11. So you have to simply add each and every corner of it. And if you get the same value as 15 upon 11, then it is a magic square. But even if a single value varies, then it is not a magic square. So do this task and check out whether it is a magic square or not. So students, moving on to the next question here. Now in this question, what we have to do is find the parameter of first triangle ABE and second the rectangle BCDE in this figure. So here this figure is made of a triangle and a rectangle, namely ABE and BCDE. So here's a triangle ABE and rectangle BCDE. Now the triangle has got 3 sides here in fraction. So the other rectangle has also got 2 sides here, this and this. So you all know this is the breadth of rectangle and this is the length of rectangle, right? And these are the three sides of triangle, right? So we have to find out the parameter here for first case of triangle ABC. So I'm moving with this one. So you can see here, so solution now, parameter of triangle. Now you all know the parameter of triangle is found out by simply adding the sides. So sum of all sides. So this is the formula for finding out the parameter of triangle. So simply add the fractional values. So that is 5 upon 2 plus 2, 3 upon 4. This is the mixed fractional. So other one is 3, 3 upon 5. Let me just write it in the middle. So this is how now we're going to add this. So 5 upon 2 is as it is. Let me just convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. And you know how to do that? 2 into 4, that is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11 upon this denominator as it is. Right? Now further, 3 5s are 15. 15 plus 3, that is 18 upon 5. Now the next thing is, let me just show you here. So I'm going to take the LCM of 2, 4 and 5. So let me just take the LCM here. So 2, 4 and 5. So 2 1 to 2, 2 2 to 4, 5 doesn't come at the table of 2, so leave it as it is. So 2 1 to 2, 5 doesn't come. So let me just take 5 because it's a prime number. So 5 1 to 5. So 2 into 2 into 5. So this is the LCM of 2, 4 and 5. That is 2 to the 4, 4 5 is 20. So let me just take the LCM here as 20. Now let me just, you can see here the denominators are not same. That's why I have taken the LCM. Now I have taken the LCM. Let me just count the table of 2 till 20. So 2 10 to 20. Let me just directly tell you that the table of 2, this 20 goes on 10. So let me just take the 10 here and multiply it with numerator. So 5 into 10. Now next, further take 4 here and count till 20. So 4 5 to 20. Take this 5 and multiply it with 11 numerator. So 5 into 11. Now last one is 5. Now at the table of 5, 20 goes at 4. 5 4 to 20. So take this 4 and multiply it with 18. So 18 into 4. Now let's simply solve it. So 5 into 10 is 50. 5 into 11 is 55. So 18 4s. So let me just solve this here. So 8 4 is 32. 3 here. So that will be 7. So 72. So upon 20. Now simply add these values. So 100 plus 72. That is 172 upon 20. Right? You can also leave it here, or you can also convert it in mixed fraction. That I will do later. So let me just move further here. So this is the parameter in centimeter, right? So this is the parameter of triangle. So first part is done here. Now the next part is we have to find out the parameter of rectangle, this BCDE. So we have to find out the parameter of BCDE rectangle. Now, then further what we have to do is find out whose parameter is greater, whether triangle or rectangle, right? So we will going to compare both the fractions of the parameters of triangle and rectangle and find out which one is greater. As I told you how to compare the fractional values, right? So let me just first focus on the parameter of rectangle, and for that let me just make some space here. So I'm going to rub this. So now I'm moving with the second part here that says we have to find out the parameter of rectangle BCDE. Now you all know the parameter of rectangle has the formula 2 into length plus breadth, right? So I'm going to just simply put this length and breadth at the place here, right? So 2 into length. So you can see here the length is 2 3 by 4. So 2 3 by 4 plus you can see the breadth is 7 upon 6. Right? So let me just solve this. So first let me just convert this mixed fraction. So you know 2 into 4, that is 8. 8 plus 3, that is 11 upon this 4 here. Now plus 7 upon 6, right? So let me just take the LCM inside. This 2 is in the multiplication. Remember, So further, if I just take the LCM of 4 and 6, so you all know that 4 and 6, so 2 2 is 4, 2 3 is 6, then 2 1 is 2, 3 as it is, so 3 1 is 3. So 2 into 2 4, 4 into 3, that is 12. So we got the LCM here as 12. Now count the table of 4 till 12. So 4 3 is 12. So take this 3 and multiply it with numerator. So 3 into 11. Now further take the next denominator, that is 6. So 6 2 is 12. So take this 2 and multiply it with numerator. That's so if I just you can see here this 2 is as it is. So 3 into 11 is 33 plus 2 into 7 is 14 upon 12, right? So you can see the space is less. So let me just rub this area here. So you can see here. Now just simply add these values. So 33 plus 14, 4 plus 3 7, and 1 plus 3 4. So that will be 47 upon 12, and outside there is 2. Now you can see they can cancel out. In the numerator and denominator we can actually reduce them. So 2 1 is 2, 2 6 is 12, because they are in multiplication. You can reduce in the numerator and denominator only when there is multiplication sign. So I am just reducing it. So 2 1 is 2, 2 6 is 12. So that will be 47 upon 6 centimeter, right? So this is the rectangle's parameter. So this one was the triangle's parameter. The next step is now we have to compare whose parameter is greater. So you know we have to compare these two values. So I'm going to just rub it all and just concentrate on what we have got next. So let me just show you. So these are the two values which we have to keep in mind right now. So comparing, you can see 172 upon 20 and 47 upon 6 here. So how to compare? As I've told you, you can see the denominators are different. So first step is try to make the denominators same. That means we have to make these terms like terms, right? So you can say like fractions. So to make these like fractions, take the LCM of 20 and 6. So let me just take the LCM of 20 and 6. So you can see 2 and 20, 2 3 is 6. So next step is 2 5 is 10. 3 will be as it is because it doesn't come at the table of 2. Next is 3, 5 as it is, 3 1 is 3. Then take 5, 1 is 5. So 2 into 2, 4, 4, 3 12, 12, 5 is 60. So I've got the LCM as 60. So we have to make the denominators of both the fractions as 60. So let me first take this 172 upon 20. So to make this denominator 60, you have to multiply 20 by 3. So 23 is 60. Remember? So take this 3 and multiply it with numerator. So 172 into 3. So what is 172 into 3? So 3 2 is 6. 3 7 is 21. 2 here. So 3 and 3 4 5. So that is 516. Right? Now next step is, now take this 47 upon 6. So by which number you should multiply it to get 60? Now 6 10 is 60, right? So take this 10 and multiply also with the numerator. So 47 into 10 is simply 470. Now you will see both the fractional values have got same denominator 60. Now you have to simply compare the numerator here. So you can see which one is greater? This one. That means 172 upon 20 is greater. So whose parameter was 172 upon 20? That was triangle's parameter, right? So you can clearly write that therefore triangle ABE has greater parameter. So this is how you're going to solve these kind of statements. That's all. So students, let's jump over to the next question here. Now in this question, it is a statement kind of question. So let me first read it. So Salil wants to put a picture in a frame. So you can see there's a frame. Right. Let me just draw the frame here for you. So just kind of this. So this is the frame. Now this is the length and this is the breadth of frame. Right, now the picture is, there's also a picture, so let me just draw a picture, but first read me which is greater or smaller. So the picture is 7.3 by 5 centimeter wide. Right, so to fit in the frame, the picture cannot be more than 7.3 by 10. So first of all, there's a picture, or there's a frame, so let me just draw a picture here. So we don't know which one is greater, just it is given the fraction here. So first we have to compare the fraction, that which is greater. But it is given to me that the picture cannot be more than this. So this is actually the frame, right? So let me just write it down near the frame. So you can see this is picture. So picture, let me just write the picture here. But first we have to compare which one is greater. So on comparing, so let me just change the station here. So let me just write it like width of picture. It is given to me. So width of picture, you can see here is 7.3 upon 5. So 7.3 upon 5 centimeter. Let me just convert this into a mixed, from mixed fraction to improper fraction. So 7 into 5, that is 35. 35 plus 3. So 35 plus 3 is 38, right? So upon 5. So this is the improper fraction, right? So this is picture. You can also write it like or 38 upon 5 centimeter. Now move to the frame. So width of frame. And so width of frame is, you can see where it is. So width of frame is 7.3 upon 10. You can see here. So 7.3 upon 10 centimeter. Let me just convert this also into improper. So 7 into 10 is 70. 70 plus 3 is 73 upon 10 centimeter. Now you can see both the fractions have got different denominators. One got 5, one got 10. So we have to make the same denominators. Now you know 5 and 10. If I just take the LCM of 5 and 10, so 5 1 to 5, 5 to the 10. So there will be 2 1 to 2. So 5 into 2, you will get the LCM as 10. So we have to make both the denominators 10. So this is already 10. So no need to change this. So let me just convert this. So if I just convert this, so you don't need to change here. So take this 38 upon 5, and to make this as 10, you know you have to multiply it by 2. So 5 into 2 is 10. Also multiply it with the numerator. So 38 into 2. 2 8 is 16. 2 3 is 6, so 7. So there is 76 upon 10. Now you can clearly compare these two fractions. So right. So let me just rub this here. So you can see like this. Let me just make some space right here. So I'm going to rub the question here. So you can see on comparing, you can see this is 76 upon 10 centimeter and this 73 upon 10 centimeter. You can see this is the frame, this is the picture. Let me just denote it like this is picture, this is frame. That will be easy for you to recognize, right? So you can see this picture is actually greater. So let me just also write it here. This is the picture. So let me just make the picture a bit larger because it is greater than the frame. So this is picture and this is frame. So you can clearly see, to put this picture in this frame, you have to cut this picture equal to it, right? So you can see this picture is actually greater than the frame. That means the width of picture is greater. So we have to trim the amount of picture to be trimmed. So trimmed means you have to cut. So trimmed. So how will you calculate how much of picture you have to cut? Simply subtract. So you will get the area which you have to cut down. So I'm going to subtract these two numbers. That means we are going to subtract 76 upon 10 minus 73 upon 10. right? Now, if you just take a look over this kind of question, previously I have told you how to subtract two fractional values. And also one thing you will notice here that the denominators are already same. So no need to take the LCM, it is 10, and also you have to simply take the numerators as it is when there are same denominators. That means you have to take the same LCM, same denominators, just take the numerator as it is. So 76 minus 73, that is 3 upon 10. That means you have to simply cut it like to make it, so 3 upon 10 centimeter you have to cut down to fit this into a frame. So this is how you calculated that what was given in the question. You have to calculate the amount of picture to be trimmed to fit in this frame. That's all. So students, now I'm explaining you the last question of this exercise 2.1. I'm leaving two questions here, the question number 4th and question number 8th. So do this on your own, and let me just explain you the question number 7th down here, and that is Ritu ate 3 by 5 part of an apple. So let me just first draw an apple for you. Right, so Ritu ate 3 by 5 part. Right, so you can see this is the part of apple which Ritu ate. Right, let me just write it here so it can be easy for you to understand. Now, and the remaining part, this one, eaten by brother Somu. So this part is eaten by Somu, but we don't know what amount of apple has been remaining here. Right, now to find out the amount of apple remaining here, let me first read the whole question, then I will tell you how amount of apple has been remaining here. Now, how much part of the apple did Somu eat? That's what he is asking, as I already told you. Now further, who had the larger share and by how much? So after finding out the share of Somu, we have to compare the both fractions and tell who ate the larger share and by how much, right? So first thing is we have to calculate the amount of share of Somu, right? So let me first write the given things here. That means we are given that the Ritu ate part of apple, right? And that is 3 upon 5, right? Now, so remaining apple eaten by Somu is equal to, now the thing comes here, how you will find out the share of Somu. Now you can see there's only one apple, right? So let me just write the 1. Now let me just subtract the amount of apple share eaten by Ritu. So after out of this one apple, I just subtract, that means remove it from this apple, the share of Ritu, right? I just removed the share of Ritu. So the remaining is of Somu. That means if I just have to solve this fraction here, you can see this one is a whole number, and I have told you to convert this into a fractional value. Just simply place 1 in the denominator of that value. Now 1 and 5. So we have to simply take the LCM of 1 and 5. And you all know LCM of 1 and 5 is simply 5. Right? So I'm going to take the LCM of 1 and 5 as 5. Now calculate the table of 1 up to 5. So 1, 5, ja 5. So at the table of 1, 5 is going at 5. So take this 5 and multiply it with this numerator 1. So that will be 5 into 1. Now minus, now calculate the table of 5 up to 5. So 5, 1 ja 5. So take this 1 and multiply it with 3. So like this. Now if I just solve this, so 5 into 1 is 5, minus 1 into 3 is 3 upon 5. So that 5 minus 3 will be 2 upon 5. That means we have got the fraction of apple eaten by Somu, right? So let me just write the fraction here, eaten by Somu. Now we know both the fractions eaten by Ritu as well as Somu. Now coming on to the next question here, that who had the larger share? Now we have to find out who had eaten the larger share. So we have to compare these fractions, that which one is larger, as we have done in the previous section, right? So on comparing 2 by 5 and 3 by 5, we get, now you can see both the fractions have denominator same, that means 5. So we need not to do it same, it's already same there. So we have to compare just the numerator here, 2 and 3. Now you all know 3 is greater than 2. So that means the fraction of apple eaten by Ritu is greater, or you can say the share. So Ritu ate larger share. Now we have done to this question here. Now coming on to the last part, by how much. Now how you will calculate that who has, that means Ritu has eaten the larger share, but by how much you can calculate it by simply subtracting the fractions. You can see she has eaten a larger share, but by how much? To calculate how much, you have to simply subtract the larger from smaller. So you can see by, now I'm writing the answer of it in combination to this previous one, right? So Ritu ate larger share, and by, you can see 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5. So simply subtract the larger and smaller. So you can see the smaller one from larger, right? So you have to take the LCM. Now you can see here both the fractions have same denominator, so no need to take LCM. That is the LCM, right? So also one thing, that when the denominators are same, simply write the numerators as it is. So 3 minus 2, that will be 1 by 5. So this is the share which Ritu ate more than Somu. That means Ritu ate 1 by 5 part of apple more than Somu. So this is how you can solve these kind of statements. That's how.